stranger from Pennsylvania, chilling in the W, where they live bangers, throwing up them Franklins, show them that I'm living, already acting like I'm worth 20 million, shaking off these haters like snow from my boots, champagne bottles, all white suits, show up out of town in all white boots, feeling like the shit cause it's all white too. The government scandal put the state on trial. DAs and judges are the criminals now. The whole judicial branch is a fucking cash cow, so they gon' have to take me out before I take them all down. This is Mad City. This is our town. If we in it for a penny, they be in it for a pound. Trolling online like you a bunch of gangsters. Meet us at the Coliseum, we'll entertain you. It's like with my feet up, fuck some new sneakers. I rule my own empire. Julius Caesar, hero, reason, third dimension. That's the crew that I fuck with. Stop trying to hide from me. Let's do this in public.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. It's Wild Out fucking Wednesday. Let's get it popping. Shout out to my brother for this hot song, man, for putting me on. I had to beg the little dude to let me get on the song. That's what's so crazy. I had to beg my little brother, like, man, little bro, you got a studio? You ain't trying to do a song with Big Bro? I'll put you on. But it's good to see him taking off in my footsteps and develop a style of his own. It's Taibu Muad'Dib. This is your Mess Relationship Podcast. That's real. On this Wild Out Wednesday, we're going to continue from the discussion from last night. It got spicy. I'm going to tell you right now, it got real spicy last night. As a question came in from the audience to the panel on our Ask Shay portion. So Shay attempted to answer the question, but she wanted me to give a man's perspective because the question from the female was about a man and a man's thoughts. So advice can go both ways, but I basically settled on the fact that what's going on, Touch? How you feel? Welcome to the show. Touched by Tootie, everybody. Heck of a hairdresser. Y'all should tap into her at Touched by Tootie on Instagram. So I'm telling you right now, the bottom line is what's up? You already know what it is. A lot of people, they don't really think about what they say before they say it. They just jump out there, right? Me, I give y'all these topics to get y'all to thinking. I give y'all these topics to get y'all to talking. I want your live interaction. If you're on Instagram, you should be on YouTube. That's the best viewing experience that you're going to get. All right. Bottom line. Also, if you're on YouTube, please leave your comments and things during the show. I will respond to what you say. All right. Invite your friends and family to join the show. Look, this is for the young people, really, because I don't want Cardi B or Kodak Black raising my kids and making them believe relationships should be what they talk about in their songs. That's just not the representation I want. I'm saying this because that's what's happening. These young people are emulating people who are emulating other people. Like there's no realness at all in it. It's all fantasy and fake and tomfoolery, and people end up getting hurt. Babies are still having babies. It has to stop, right? I want to lead that movement. You heard the song right there, man. We're going to get into the topic. I'm telling you, when I put these topics out here, it's a setup. Don't jump on my show and shame yourself. I have this shame bag. I reserve the right to shame anybody that comes on my show, maybe even you. All right? Let's get to this topic. We're going to see what's going on with this topic tonight, y'all. When I put this post out, when I made this post, what I was thinking about was, can we get into a discussion that's not where we attack each other, men versus women, women versus men, where we attack the other gender, but can we get into a conversation that's meaningful about what should happen between single moms and single dads? I don't know if they're actually really all the way single. That's for you guys to tell me. But what do we do with single moms versus single dads? That's what I want to know. how do we actually put it down? Because last night, uh, Shay said to me, "Oh, he know what he's getting into. He know what he was getting into." That seemed to be a real shady thought process to have. It seemed, you know what I'm saying? It didn't have the right kind of feel to it. So I shot back to her. I was like, do you mean that when you rowboat a man as a single mom, that rowboating has enough value and coverage for not just you, like he take care of you, maybe pay a cell phone bill for you, help you with a car note if you're behind or something like that. If he decides to cohabitate with you, pay rent because he live and you live, I gotta have a place to live. But what about the extra stuff? What about groceries? Is he buying enough groceries for just you and him, or for your kids by another man? Is he buying clothes for kids by another man? Is he taking them places? Is he being asked to take them places? Like, is the expectation that you're what you do in the bedroom is enough coverage for what you did in the bedroom to make them kids that he wasn't involved in? Like, he didn't have none of the pleasure of making them kids, wasn't involved in abandoning them. You know what I'm saying? But now the expectation is just because you are rowboating him that he should take care of them too. That seems like a stretch because I'm like, okay, if I have kids outside the home that aren't in the home, but there's still a financial responsibility of mine. If I don't have issues with child support enforcement because I'm paying mine, or with the moms about child support because I'm sending them money, whatever the case may be, whatever I'm saying I have with my kids' moms, if I'm not asking or expecting as a man, I guess, or if we're not expecting, ladies, single moms, if you're not expecting the man to ever come to you and be like, hey, I'm behind by a month on my child support. You mind sending my kids some money so I don't get picked up? Like, is that happening out there? Is it okay for men who have children now to say to the woman, hey, if you expect me to take care of yours, I expect you to take care of mine. They don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? Or let's just nullify the whole thing right now. You take care of yours, I'll take care of mine. The police won't come knocking on the door, and you ain't got to worry about me going nowhere because they have fathers. They fathers have family. If they dads can't take care of them kids, then maybe the dad's mom or dad will, whatever the case may be. I don't know. The children aren't a mistake. Not saying that, but what I am saying is that it just seems a bit unfair. Uh, okay, I hear you. I hear you, touched by Tootie. I mean, look, in theory, everybody, women be shooting this 50-50 thing around. But if the kids aren't actually there, you know what I'm saying? Then how does she take care of his kids too? Does she send them stuff for their birthdays? I'm saying, how does that work? Y'all got to help me out with this, because there are single ladies out there that don't have any kids, and the man doesn't have to worry about rowboating her and being expected to cover responsibilities that he didn't create. So I just want to get y'all, I want to know what y'all feel about that, because I'm having a tough time handling this and putting this in my mind. I never thought about it. I never thought about it until Shay brought up her right or wrong segment. But now that I am thinking about it, I kind of want to know. Yeah, I feel that. But what about the little things that add up? So if the man's children aren't in the home, like, he's not being asked to take the kids or pick them up or none of that stuff. He's not, so she, how do you tell, your girlfriend, hey, could you mind picking up my child from Oklahoma? We in Texas, or from Arkansas, while I'm at work, I don't get off until 6. Do you mind going picking them up at about 3 o'clock when you get off? And you should be back in time for me to get off and we can all kick it. The little things that add up. That's what's important. That's what I want to know about. What about those things? Right? Ladies, if you have a guy there and you're really like the young people, no matter what age they are, the young people don't want to accept this man as a father figure. But ladies, you're treating him like a father figure. When you ask him to pick them up, take them places, do this or that for him, the little things that add up. Yeah, y'all saying that, but so young ladies out there that don't have any children, you see how what the issue is. Now, men are approaching divorced women who were in a marriage and had kids in their marriage a whole lot different than baby mamas that wasn't married. If you a baby mama, you never been married. If you're questioning how he should approach you or what he thinks his value is, there's something wrong there. There's something real wrong there. What you're thinking. Yeah. That's easier said than done. I'm gonna pin that one up there. We got a comment that said the children need to be taught to respect the man in the home that's helping taking care of them, period. Uh well, I'm telling you right now, it's easier said than done. And for two reasons. One, once the man that made the kids leaves or is gone for whatever reason, the mom tries to shelter the young people from any further hurt or pain or damage, right? So it's tough to ask them to get in, and get behind the movement. Respect doesn't have to involve feelings. It doesn't. It should always be there. But maybe for some young people, they don't know how to not let their emotions show. So if they don't like that person or the idea of that person being there, they might not mean to be disrespectful. They just showing their feelings. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying about that. We all believe that it should roll out like that. But when you got young people and they're doing their own thing and they're grown and they're coming into their own, when you got young people like that out there, you kind of already know that it's not gonna roll out like that. Anyway, let's move forward. So, is the value of a single mom's rowboating in and of itself high enough that it automatically provides financial coverage for her offspring, or does it only cover her? So that's one question. The next question is, likewise, should a woman be expected to pay a man's child support if he asks, the way they expect men to financially support their kids when they ask? I don't want y'all to go to crickets now. I mean, because what's at stake here? These two shows, yesterday and this show, this could forever change the dating out there right now for single moms, because y'all competing with women that don't have kids, and this is just simply not an issue. You and the life decisions that you made don't automatically elevate you above a woman that hasn't made those life choices. The ones that are single and don't have any children. Doesn't mean there's something wrong with them because they don't have children. They just didn't make the same life decisions that you did. But how can you make it seem like, why would you think that a man would choose you over a woman that doesn't have to worry about financial coverage beyond just you? The expectation of it. And to touch by Tootie's point, the children, especially depending on what their age is, they should know that if a man is there full time, especially that there's something going on and that he definitely deserves respect. Also, it's just a little bit awkward and weird if everybody's in the household trying to just avoid each other, or I don't know, do their own thing. Kind of weird. I don't know. But when Shay comes back on the set, we're gonna dive deeper into this. Me personally, I'm just gonna put out there for what it is. I'm just glad we're having this conversation because I never thought about it till yesterday. I never thought about it, y'all. I never thought about why I would even choose to date a single mom versus a woman that doesn't have that issue. I don't even see why that would be the case. I think women who are single, no matter what their culture is, come across a little bit less involved, because men still want to feel needed, supported, wanted, valued, appreciated. So single moms, they run that, they get to that, they get right to it. Whereas single women, they don't really have any motivation to give that kind of vibe to a man. They don't. So single ladies is missing out because they're just not capable to give that kind of vibe to a man because they don't have much practice with it. Single moms is sacrificing for their kids daily. So when a man comes in their life, making sacrifice for him is not a huge stretch. But the single woman, she's not used to sacrificing nothing for nobody at any given time. So the man, you're going to get a different vibe from the single woman without children. So single women without children, their vibe, their awkwardness, whatever, their weirdness, whatever's going on, they're definitely pushing available men to single moms. And the single moms are happy to have them with their expectations. It's crazy. Rocking it out, man. Something that I want to make sure I don't forget to mention is make sure I look out this weekend for the release of the iMovie I'm putting out to raise awareness to stop rapes, abductions, and domestic violence through the creation of the Guardian Gear Tech wearable. Making sure everyone has a response is important. The children come with the woman. That's why you date for a while to see if you're ready to take on that responsibility. But see, touched by Tootie, if you say that, then we're still all focusing on what the man's gonna do and not what the woman's gonna do for the man. We can talk about what the man's gonna do for women all day long, but does his rowboating cover him and his kids too? Because generally that's what's happening. You have a man with kids, they want a woman with kids, whether they're in the home together or not. The bottom line is, how can you and what you do in the bedroom have higher value than me and what I do? So if you expect it's all about the expectations. If you expect me to do anything at all beyond just give advice to your young people, if they ask for it, if you ask me to do it, then how come men can't come into the situation feeling the same way? Now, I don't live with my kids, but I need you to break off half this child support so I can save my money up, or whatever the case, whatever the rest of the statement is. Y'all get my point, right? That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to be funny about it. And I'm just saying, I'm pissed off that women have the expectation that men are supposed to just look at it like I'm a package deal. Like if he has kids too, then how do you get involved with his situation financially? What I'm basically saying, people, is here, if the man has kids and she has kids, no matter where the kids is at, it cancels each other out. If you watch football, it's like two penalties, one on offense, one on defense. They cancel each other out. We play it over again. There should be no expectation whatsoever that a man take care of another man's kids just because he wants to hang with the mother of those kids. Y'all putting yourself in a bad position if y'all don't go with me on this. Because if y'all don't go with me on this, to where, hey, I'm not gonna ask a man. I'm trying to look. I told y'all for this second hundred episodes. I told you, ladies, I'm for you, sisters. So stop being stubborn and pig-headed and bullheaded and let me help y'all elevate y'all situation. Don't expect the man to take care. If you date a man with kids, if you date a man he has his own kids, you ask me, yeah, kids, I got kids, yeah. How many? What? Because women ask me that all the time. I guess I have kids on my forehead. I don't know. I get that question a lot. But the bottom line is, once you find out for sure that he has kids, ladies, and you know you got some kids, you should know what you're getting yourself into. You should know that he has the right to veto any request you have to do anything at all for them kids, and he's not wrong. Now, if you always offering to do stuff for his kids, and then he vetoes you, then he's wrong. But ladies, y'all not out there offering to do nothing for my kids. Y'all not, or his kids. Y'all not. I'm gonna tell you right now, your passion and your rowboating is not enough coverage for you and them kids. It's not. If a man chooses to be kind and gracious here and there and do something and look out for them young people, that's very commendable. But dating them does not make his responsibility. Until they married, they're not the responsibility. This lemonade good. All right. I had to touch by Twitter. She was typing stuff in there. For the best viewing experience, go to YouTube and subscribe. All right. Now she was saying some stuff. She said the children come with the woman. That's why you date, to see if you're ready to take on this responsibility. So when you decide to move in and be around those children every day, you're taking on responsibility of being a father figure for them. The mother trusted you enough to be around them. Like, it's still, all the conversations this woman is having is all about with the man, the responsible, all other stuff. Like, it's just all on him. I don't like that. You ever try to be that person that they're missing? What's done in the bedroom has nothing to do with the adult responsibilities. Exactly. Now that I can agree on. Now, see, I should have read her comments. I was just in my little soliloquy. So she just, and I pinned the comment. That's why you need to be over here on YouTube. Everybody can see it. She said, what's done in the bedroom has nothing to do with the adult responsibilities. Fine. I'm not asking you to take care of me. I'm not asking you to take care of my kids, my responsibility to my kids. So don't ask me to do that either. Because we're together mutually. It's a mutual deal. It's mutual. We can mutually decide to discuss what goes on with the kids. Right? Let me go one step further because I'm a stinker. Ladies, would you want a man to help you take care of your kids if he's not taking care of his own? It's a mercenary thought. I'm going to type it into the comment section over here. I want to know, ladies, are you comfortable? Oops. Ladies, are you comfortable allowing a man to financially take care of your children, knowing in all caps he doesn't knowing he doesn't do anything in all caps financially for his own. And man, I'm telling you right now, y'all, this is getting spicy. This is gonna go over into the next week. I want some answers. I want to know what you ladies have to say. Make sure y'all join the live. Funny stuff. All right. The show's moving on. Start at 9:15. Let's go to the next phase. Booyah, let's go. Taibu Muad'Dib right here at your service. Making sure you know what's real. While y'all thinking about that, we're going to move the show right along. We're going to get it how it lives. Man, I do not know. Gotta get my Alexa back going. Y'all know what that means.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic fall. Now I slam it when I'm done to make sure. When I'm going to walk this song, cause I won't let nobody press up.
Shay Houston, everybody. She ain't no joke. Bringing it to what it is. Just trying to get to the bottom of this. Trying to knock this thing out there. Thank you, Rakim, for that introduction. Shay, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, everybody. I'm good.
All right. So, we still talking about what we were finishing off with last night. But let's go ahead and get into right or wrong segment right away. I wish you would like maybe text me or something. Let me know.
5 minutes.
Wow.
Comedian Corey Holcomb.
All right. If y'all be on Instagram, it's time to go over to YouTube so you can see the broadcast. Remember, after Halloween, after my reality TV show comes on, I'll only be on YouTube. I'll give y'all snippets on Instagram, probably in Facebook, little snippets, but the episodes will be on YouTube and the subscription will cost. So you better get grandfathered in right now. Join right now. All right, we're going to screen share over here. We're going to see what they're talking about on this right or wrong segment with Shay. Sharing now. Let's go. Breaking it down. That was it. Let's go. All right.
5 minutes.
5 minutes in. Okay. Let me okay. Queued it up.
Like, you got opinions.
Because the guy's not with them, so is there any accountability to the
They're a
man
single mom
that left that
because their
family?
opinion is more important than being with the person that they had kids with.
What do you mean by that?
Just think about how many women grow up the kids grow up just with their mom. Like if you really think about the statistics with that, something is really wrong. And when you think about what's wrong, why isn't the man in the house? The government is part of it because they give the women tools against the man, but don't give the man tools against the women. So it's like we're being assisted by the government to split the families.
Here's the deal, though.
That's going to a pro right there.
I agree with that. Only thing that I don't agree with is you're giving a lot of the accountability to the woman of the family. It takes the man to be a part of the family too. So if he's helping her create the child and he doesn't stick around to help raise the child, that's his fault. It's not her fault.
No, if you're a woman and you want to keep the man that you had a baby with, you have to bow down.
You have to bow down.
You are not in charge here.
What are you talking about, Corey?
You have to bow down.
Bow down. She's trying to to make me upset. I'm not gonna.
Do you have kids?
I don't have any kids.
Obviously,
Gotta bow down to somebody.
you ain't got no kid. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Do y'all feel that Corey Holcomb is right or wrong?
Yeah. So Corey Holcomb agrees with him.
I said, do you agree?
Corey Holcomb is agreeing with the guy that was making all the talking because Corey Holcomb didn't really say anything.
That was Corey Holcomb that was talking.
Oh, I don't know who Corey Holcomb is. So, I just saw a guy streaming his stuff, which is something I'm never gonna do. It's all original content here on You're a Mess. But yeah, what do y'all think out there in TV land? Do you think that he's right? He said something that I didn't really get a chance to hear that you was like facts or something like that. I don't know, but I missed it. It went too fast. Yeah, it seemed like somebody was agreeing with him when he said what he said. Oh, it might have been the guy that was streaming him live. Well, nah. I don't know. That's a lot to unpack. He said a couple different things there, so we have to unpack some stuff before we can really jump off into that and give you. I mean, because he made a couple different points. He just did. Some of them were pretty darn good. But we got touched by Tootie over here. She went off. You know what I'm saying? Like she went totally off. Man, can you need to break down the rules so it would be understanding? Well, I did tell him that. I gave a verbal explanation. I didn't type it up. I gave a verbal explanation to everybody of what a good woman is and a good man is, and hoping that people could stop being what they are now and work on being a better version of themselves. Man, I say he's wrong based on new information. All right. I say he's wrong based on new information. My man Damon, aka D.I.Men in Long Beach, California. Shout out to the beach. He says that African women are the most powerful being on this planet, and that they merely need our cooperation, fellas, as African men. This is what he said. Cutting their stuff, if you ask me. I was uncomfortable when he was talking like that. I was. I felt like this guy, he bowed down. But now, what about cooperation? What about cooperation, fellas? Can women still follow our lead if we commit ourselves to cooperating with you, to being cooperative?
Okay.
I'm asking a question.
Can women what?
Can women still follow a man's lead if he's committed to being cooperative with him, cooperating with him? Yeah. Okay. This is what she says. I believe it. She says it. That's her version of the truth. I think it's a lot more difficult. I think this guy Corey Holcomb exposed her difficulties with following a man's lead. Ladies, that's almost key to keeping any good or / real man. But yeah, I think he's wrong based on new information. I think that women also foundationally, I think that women that have kids, I think that they overdo it. They overdo the posturing and everything that goes along with it. But when you come out talking about just flat out raw sheer money, would you go as far as to say that your rowboating is enough coverage to cover you and your kids, but his might not be? His rowboating isn't good enough coverage for him and his kids, whether they live in the home or not. All right, raise your hand if women out there, if you look at a man and find out he has kids and it throws you off that you might have to take care of them kids. Yeah, yeah. So if y'all concerned about a man with kids having to take care of his other kids, so you try to break it down. Oh, I'm a one kid, sir, or two kids, maybe even three. Nah, it's not where it's at. But you tell me. Right or wrong segment. Let's go to the ass shade portion. Right or wrong. I say he's wrong based on new information I just got on my podcast from Dion, man. Shout out to Dion, man. He's gonna be on the show again. Him and his lovely wife. We're gonna get him in here on True Love Tuesday to show us what true love really looks like and to show us how it works. Go ahead.
I think that he's actually right, because when he was talking about the government is on basically the woman's side, so it's like it puts I like trying to see the word. It puts like a bug in the ear. Well, if he want to do that, then I'm gonna just go put him on child support, or I'm gonna go and I can get on this benefits and they can help me pay the bills and I don't have to
worry about him.
I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So what he's saying, that it is kind of like what he's, it's kind of.
It's a very deep conversation we have to start having. All right. That was so the right or wrong segment. We discussed that. We just saw it, the clothing episode. Well, to the ass shade portion, it says, I have a question. What is it going to take to break the cycle of broken homes? How do we move forward as a people and make our relationships maybe one? How do we do it? That's a toughie. Because the cycle being 30 degrees. I don't know. That's a deep one. Well, I will extend my genius just to say let's break it down. How do we move forward as a people? We move forward by looking into the past, everybody. We have to look back and reconnect with our original culture. We have to. No matter how scary we think of it, or whatever the case may be, we're growing up and raised with these symbols, images that we're bad, we're wrong, we're evil, we're dumb, demon worshippers. Let's go back to Africa with the right tone. All right. So that's how we go forward. Stop going back. How do we move? How do we move what?
How do we move forward
As a people? How long will it take?
And make relationships.
How long till to make relationships ready?
How long will it take for us to see what we are doing wrong?
Yeah. Well, I think we see it every day. We see it every day. We're just not addressing it every day. We're not addressing it within ourselves and with the people around us. That's what needs to happen, clearly. What we're doing is we're to respond appropriately to the we all see it. That's what I think. Thank you very much, whoever is out there in T land. Jessica for breaking that down. We appreciate Joe. Now, to the topic. Are you ladies comfortable allowing a man to finally take care of your children? Comfortable, I'm saying, knowing he doesn't do anything financially for his own.
I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Anybody?
It's like, so you don't take care of your own kids. How would I feel about you, treating my kids a certain way because you don't even take care of your own?
Yeah, well, don't get caught up in that, everybody. That's not right. Let me ask you a real in-depth question. On the expectation level, why can't a man expect a woman he starts dating to want to help take care of his kids financially, but y'all all expect that from the man? Like, how come men, you think men aren't really just coming to a relationship with a single mom, even though they have kids too? Like, you better take care of my kids. I'm a package deal. How can he not be a package deal? Because they're not present? That seems kind of harsh. Y'all didn't think of it like that, did you? Taibu Muad'Dib right here is Sure Mess. I'm giving to you in the raw, the real. What do you think?
How does your word take it in? It's late.
It is late. Thank y'all for staying up with us. What I'm trying to ask is, I mean, I have it on my phone basically. Oh no, and I put it up there. Are you ladies comfortable accepting money from a man that's not taking care of his own kids, his own responsibility?
What you mean accepting money? Like he helping you pay your bills, but you're not sending him nothing. That's what you saying?
I'm talking about the extra stuff. Nah, he's supposed to pay bills wherever he lives at because he lives there too. But the bottom line is, are you comfortable saying, hey, my kid needs some back to school shoes, and you know he'll go out and get them for yours, but not for his own?
Well, you as a woman supposed to be on that. Like if I'm with somebody and I know they got kids, I want you to do for your kids first, then do for mine.
Okay. The honest answer. Well, we're not going to hold you people up. We started late. We're going to end in a little bit here. But what I do want to say is, this. Women, don't put yourselves in a catch-22. Right? Don't put on the suspect dress. Don't put on that revealing son of a gun and go out there and catch something and bring it home. You don't want to do that. Because I reserve the right at the end of the day to call everybody out on their nonsense, even if it involves dun, 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 the shame bag. But when you come on my show, I want you to be ready for one thing. I want you to be ready for me to listen to your initial words and then run them back at you after you've made your first opinionated statement. Because most of the people, I would say about 70% of people come on my show, their initial words is not like their first opinion. Right? Their first official opinion about something on this show it's almost dang near totally opposite of what the original situation was. And I'm gonna needle it down and break you down until it's coming out there to get to the bottom of that. I will. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't bring money and food around my kids if you're not doing it for your own. Okay? All right. It's okay, everybody. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Let's start putting the young people first. All right. Let's do it like that. We do it like that. And she's out of here. Shay, the host with the most. Thank you for your question, your comments, your concerns. As Shay is available to you, inbox me or find her at Shay Houston at Shay_Houston 2004 on Instagram. And that is pretty much the show.
Bye.
Oops, I'm tripping. Look at me. I'm trying to touch everything. Make fun of me.